to another episode of Technology Tuesday. I'm your host, Greg Russell, here with my good friend, Mr. Jerry Franklin Poe, and we got an exciting episode for you guys today. I can't wait to dive in. If you know someone who should be watching this, make sure you go ahead and tag them and let them know that we are live on Technology Tuesday. Let us know where you are tuning in from, what city. Put hashtag the city you're from live if you're watching us live, and hashtag replay if you are catching us on the replay. And I want to thank you for being here, whether you're here live or on our replay. I want to thank you for joining us today. We are going to dive right in to today's topic and share with you things about email, which is one of your marketing weapons, one of your most important marketing weapons, and there's some things going on in the industry that you need to know. And I will share all the goods today on today's show. So let's get started right now.
All right. Another Technology Tuesday, folks. We are back with the practical knowledge, practical applications to give you practical solutions for your business. So I'm excited to hear what Greg has in store. He teed it up at the top of the show. And we look forward to being here every single week at Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you all this great information. So Greg, I don't want to hold back. So where do you want the conversation to go? You take the lead.
Hey man, so twice this week I heard from some very influential people in the digital marketing game about email list. And I don't know if this is something going on like with chat GPT saying this is important, but in two occasions they were talking about the importance of having a list. One gentleman lost his merchant account, and it made him think about if he had lost something in his business, what things are like vital. And he was like uh, sharing the challenges with losing that merchant account and all the things he had to do to make sure his business was still running. And so he was talking about the importance of having an email list. He was able to email all his clients and say, "Hey, this is what just happened. We need you guys to, help us out and be patient while we fix this." And in 48 hours, he was able to email them back and have the issue resolved um, with another merchant account. But he was talking about how thankful he was for having that email list and being able to just email his clients. And he said when he was having conversations with many of his clients that they did not have an email list. Now, it's kind of funny to me to think about running a business in 2025 and not having an email list. But then I heard from another well-known industry leader who also had clients that did not have an email list, and they were just relying on their connections on social media, which, as you know, Jerry, could at any moment they can shut an account down and you no longer have access to that social media account. And so I just thought it was important to talk about the importance of having an email list and what it can do and mean for your business. I know you've talked to many entrepreneurs over the years, and how important do you think having an email list is?
Well, it's about ownership. So, do you really own the business if you don't own the list?
That's a good. Just punch him right in the face. Yeah.
So part of having an asset is having ownership of the information. Like, what if you were going back to a century ago? People would go into a store, the owner of the store knew the customers. They knew their preferences. They knew they might, if it's a restaurant, I know your order, right? If it's the dry cleaners, like, yeah, I know who you are, I know you by first name. So the information has always been there. Now the information is digital. Information is a database, and because you have these social media platforms or even Amazon, whatever it is, so many people are relying on platforms that are free, and those platforms are free for a reason. That's because the person who owns the platform knows what's really valuable, not access to the person, but that person's information. So whether it be Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're using, the platform has all the person information. They're tracking the person. They know what's really vital. And if you don't have that vital information, then what asset do you have to pass on? Like, so if you're, well, how valuable is a business that doesn't have any customers? And you really don't have those customers if you don't have their information.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. And then sometimes people think, well, I'm still paying for whatever email system platform for that platform, but you have to understand, and my opinion is yes, and you should also download that information so you have it as a backup. So it's not just in that email platform. So if something were to happen to that email platform account, you could take that list and upload it somewhere else. Now, yes, there are challenges with email compliance and dealing with that, but you're just still in a much better situation when you have that data versus not having it at all and can't reach out to your not only your existing clients but your existing prospects and leads at the same time. So at the end of the day, Jerry, listen, having an email list is just vital to your business, and if you don't have one, you should start to create an email list right away. Do not wait. Do not depend on social media accounts or anything else. And make sure you have at least an email list. And when I say list, and most people think of email, for me, Jerry, it's not just email. It is email, but it's also phone numbers, mobile phone numbers. Those are, in my opinion, more valuable than the email address right now because typically, if you have a system that can send out SMS messages as well as email, you can get a much faster response and a much higher response because most people's inboxes are a mess. They are full of they're full of just email. And from my experience, over the last year and a half, it has gotten worse because of AI. Right now, everyone can be a really good email marketer, and AI can go find email addresses on sites that nobody knows, but they can go find your email address. At least for me, I've been on the internet for 20 plus years, and every single day I get emails from people who never emailed me before, and I mean like every day. It's like how you just grab the email and email, but that happens. Now I'm pretty much not the average, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people struggle with their inbox. And so I would like to ask you, how do you deal with your inbox? Do you have a flux of emails coming in every day that you have to manage?
Yeah, I mean, I hit delete a lot or junk, whatever it is. Like, and typically that's on my phone. I see something like I don't know who this person is. Like, boom. It's if I don't recognize who you are, and especially if you don't know my name, like be like, hi. Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't really know you then. Like if you don't have my name or some or like if they put my name and it's not right, like it doesn't have any spaces in my name, all that stuff is getting trashed or spam. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm getting more messages now from strangers than I ever did before. But filters, with I'm talking about where if you want to send stuff, filters are always have always been effective in terms of how to have stuff automatically go to places where you and then unsubscribing to stuff that you don't use anymore. Like so often we subscribe to something and then it's like I'm not even really reading. I'm not getting any value from this anymore. So unsubscribe. That way you don't have to keep wasting your time and hitting delete.
Yes, you are right. Now, I'm going to share with you because that's the next topic I really want to talk about is how to deal with your inbox and keep it clean because the inbox is so important tied to your productivity. And if it was a mess, you spend time trying to find emails and waste that time, and people don't realize how much time is wasted. Now, I have suffered from this for a while, and I decided over the last week that I was going to clean up my email. And I'm about to share with you how I do it and how you can do it. And I don't believe many of you, if anyone, gets as many emails as myself. So I'm about to share my inbox with you guys and show you. I typically sometimes get an average of one email every 2 minutes. It is insane. And for a long time, I would clean it up, and then within a year, I'd have tens of thousands of emails in my inbox. And again, this time when I decided to go to war with my inbox, I had over 33,000 emails in my inbox. It was just insane. So, what I'm going to do right now, Mr. Jerry, is bring over my inbox and share with you, and you can see how many emails I got within the last few minutes because I cleaned it out right before the show. And we will dive in right now. Let me know if you see it. Boom.
Yep.
All right, cool. So this is Google Workspace, which means I have Gmail under my own domain. This is my inbox. If you notice, unlike a regular Gmail account, I don't have the three columns like social and promotional. I took those out and reset up my own so I could have just one inbox and deal with emails that way. But if you look at the times, right. So here's and I'm Central Standard Time, so this is 1 hour back from the Eastern Standard Time that we always talk about. Um, but basically, 12:37, 10 minutes later, 12:47, and 1:101, 1:01, 1:01, 1:02, 1:05, 1:07, right? And so again, average around every 2 minutes, I'm getting an email. It just got insane. And so instead of just 12, I had like 33,000 total emails and 22,000 some odd unopened emails. And so it was just a time. And then it would be so bad, Jerry, that sometimes clients would email me and I would miss it because I would search through some and I would just miss it. So I decided to go to war with my inbox. If this is happening to you, like it happened to me, then it really means that you are not only wasting time searching for emails, but you are missing out on business because your email is out of control. Hopefully, no one's is as bad as mine, and no one lets theirs get as bad as mine. But I know it happens to a lot of us, and so this is how I dealt with it. Um, so I use a service that I got, and we shared with you this service, and we'll share it again. And I'll share with you different ones. So I'm going to share with you some services you can use to clean your inbox. But before I do, I want you to know that for me, the services depend on which things you like. Like just because I use one, don't mean it's actually going to work for you. You have to kind of trial and error which ones will work best for you. And you can't be afraid, or you shouldn't be afraid to lose some emails in order to get your inbox in control. So with that, the service I use, and I'll tell you the strategy behind this. The service I use is called clean.email. That's the website. It's clean.email. And it will allow you to clean out, I think, multiple services. I think it's Gmail, Yahoo, and a few others. Um, I think they say it on the website, but you can come check here. Yeah. AOL, Yahoo, Gmail, the top three, Microsoft, right? So this one will help you with any of those major email service providers if you're using one. As regards to pricing, this at one time was on a lifetime deal. I did some searching for you guys to see if I could find any lifetime deals for any software that would clean your inbox. And at this time, I could not find any. However, in terms of pricing, out of the ones that I'm going to share with you guys today, Jerry, this one is the best. We'll jump over to plans, and basically it's $9 a month. However, if you jump on the yearly plan right now, it is $29 for the year. That is the best price that I found for any of these services that help you clean your inbox right now. So if pricing is the main feature for you, then this $30 for the year is probably your best buy. If you need help to do it with other members of your family with different accounts, you can get up to 5 accounts for another $20 at $50 here. So you can look at that, and then it just goes up from there. However, this is the one that I use, and I'm going to sign into it. I'll show you just a little bit how it works, and then we'll talk about some of the others. Boom. Jerry, you got any questions as I log in here?
Now you're good.
Cool. So I'm signing into my Gmail, which is Google Workspace, which allows me to use my own domain, and it opens up to some of these features. Now, I'm going to come back and talk about this new sender feature. This is the one, well, let me talk about it now since it's right in our face. This allows you to stop emails from coming in that haven't been emailed to you before, so you can stop the bleeding, if you will, from people who've never emailed you before. Um, so you can either say yes, let this person in, or no. Now, before I turn this on, because you can turn it on or off, I decided I need to clean out my inbox first. I need to get it under control first because I didn't want to be trying to deal with cleaning out all the stuff and having to review stuff that was not my new, and I didn't want to miss something. So this feature you turn on after you clean it out. How this basically works is it has what's called smart folders, and it will kind of move this over just a tad so you can see it. Right, smart folders, it will just automatically batch this stuff from top senders, from automated messages, from unreads, music, TV, and books, seasonal, productivity tools. Like it'll automatically batch you, and you can then click on this. Like this is social notifications. You can click on this. There's 128 here, and or at least it was. And you can go through those messages and choose to trash it, or go through the settings, and you can also set up rules in here as well. The reason why this says 128 is because I went through and cleaned out all of these, and so it's still catching up on itself for which emails were where. But that's how you can do it. And if you scroll down a little further, it will have your inbox right here. Where's the inbox? Right here. And so these are the 11 there right now. You see that I put 22,000 messages in the trash. And Jerry, it took me 2 days. I worked on it for a few hours. 2 to 3 hours for 2 days to get it all under control, and that's how I got the email under control. So this is one I like it because when you go to your inbox, it will pull up what's there now. And then if you click on something that allows you to unsubscribe, like it can recognize that it's a newsletter, it will give you the option to unsubscribe. So if I'm tired of getting emails from Chipotle, right, this is an email from Chipotle, I can just throw it in the trash, or I can hit unsubscribe, and then now I'm not going to get any more emails from Chipotle. So once you do your deep cleanse of throwing a whole lot of stuff out, then you can slowly start to unsubscribe from a lot of the things that you want as they come in on a daily basis. So every day now, when I'm processing my email, I set times to process the email. I will go through, and the ones that I need to unsubscribe, I will unsubscribe. If I get something from something that I can't unsubscribe, I will have the option to trash it or to set up a filter if I want to. So this is how I'm managing my email now with this service called Clean Email. And again, I like this feature called the screener because now I can go see if I want to allow things into my inbox that haven't emailed me before, and I can control it and keep my inbox clear and ready to go for emails. So that is the one that I highly recommend. It is called clean.email. And so this is the one that I recommend you guys do. And as far as pricing, it's the cheapest one on the block. So I'm about to share some others, but I just wanted to share with that one. And before I move on, Jerry, do you have any questions or insights to what you just saw?
No, man, looks good to me. Um, I don't think, from a priority perspective, we're always paying attention to how much time we consume email because it's been so long since we had anything else. And you and I both remember opening up letters, but you know, email has been such a part of our lives; it's become second nature to be like checking your inbox.
Yeah, yeah. Um, And so that term I use, process emails, once you have it, under a certain amount, then you can go through and either set up filters or clean out what's there. And that will be a daily process for you for a while so that you can just keep it managed where it doesn't get out of control. For me, if I let my email, if I don't process it, I typically process, right now I'm processing it twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon before I shut down. If I don't process it every day, and a day goes by, I will probably have anywhere between 70 to 115 emails in my inbox. But as I'm working on unsubscribing from stuff and setting up certain filters, like, this is a financial email, put it, mark it as read and put it in this thing because I don't need it unless I need to search for it. And for a lot of things, like back in the day, we used to go out to save emails that had our passwords, which is probably not the most safest thing to do, especially things now have a lot of reset your password, a lot of the two-factor authentication. When you log in, they send you a code to your phone anyway. So a lot of those older emails that had passwords, I don't need to keep anymore. But that's just the state we're in. So this may not be the your flavor. There's different ones, and then we're going to talk about the future of doing this as well. So I want to talk about this next one, and it's called SaneBox. And SaneBox is one that helps you to manage your email as well. It works with all of these providers, and it just works differently. It has different features than clean.email. This one I had a client do, and they were a little they were a little aggressive, and they hit it, and then it started filtering out emails they wanted. And both of them can do that. You have to just make sure you set it up so that you're removing the emails you don't want, but also keeping the emails you do want. And that takes a little bit of time to work on a regular basis. But this one is called SaneBox. You can give it a try. Its pricing is a little different. Basically, if you're paying biannually, you're only going to pay $43 a month. Annually, it's basically $5 a month, and monthly, you're going to pay $7 per month. Okay, so that's the pricing on SaneBox, and here's everything that's included. And you can check that out. SaneBox may be a better fit for some people who don't like the flavor of clean.email. And then a newer one that I saw, two of these newer ones is called Fixer AI. Now this one says it kind of deals with AI to help prioritize your email. This is one of the newer ones on the market. So you can check this out. Fixer is another one that helps you clean your email. Pricing wise, has three plans. This one's $22 a month, $40 a month for the professional, and then you can talk to them about enterprise if you need that. They talk about Fixer does more for less. It looks like it does other things too, like organize your calendar, meeting notes, it drafts emails and organize. It's dealing with AI, so that's probably why it's a higher price, because it will do more than just sort your email as compared to clean.email or SaneBox. And then one more that I found I think you guys should take a look at if you need this, and that is Trimbox. Trimbox is a service that does the same thing. It helps you clean out your inbox. You can watch the video, see how it works, see what features it has, and see if this one might be the right fit for you. And the reason why I say the right fit is because nothing's more frustrating than trying to deal with your email and then deal with something new that doesn't work the way you want, and then now it's deleting emails that you want to keep, and you're even more frustrated on top of the frustration you already had with dealing with your inbox. So you got to find the right one for you, and I don't remember what the pricing is on this one, but those are the ones that I found for creating your inbox, for cleaning your inbox and keeping manage it on it. And the other thing, Jerry, that I found, and this is interesting, and I'll share it with you guys because I think it's important, is that now when we mention AI, there's things called AI agents, and you can create an agent that can work along with something called an executive assistant. So when it comes to managing your email, a lot of programs and coaches that talk about hiring staff and hiring a virtual team, they talk about the first thing you should hire is a virtual assistant. They say, as entrepreneurs, you shouldn't be dealing with your email yourself. And one of the first things to do to free up your time and your mental clarity is to get someone to process your email for you. So if you can't afford to do that at the moment, you can use something like Clean Email or SaneBox, a tool to help you do that until you can get to that point. But once you get to that point, the first thing you need to do is hire an executive assistant who can help you with things like processing your email. But there are things now coming out with these things called AI agents, which are helping people do things that a human used to be able to do. And the best medium that I found is when you have an executive assistant, but you don't rely on them doing it alone. It's with AI. So your team with AI gives you the best of both worlds, because it frees them up more time from doing other stuff, but it also gives you a human eye on it. So the AI doesn't make a mistake that you don't want, or it can catch it. The person can catch it very quickly. and that's coming. And I saw some things that they're actually doing it. Like you can just make a prompt, hey, anytime I get an email from this person, immediately delete it or whatever, and you just have to type it in there once, and then it'll always do that from now on. So I'll share with that. We'll do another show because I want to test it out and be able to show you how it works before we say go do it. But in that vein, Jerry, in the same sense, there is something I want to share with you. One that's out there now that you can try. That is not fully as robust as you train it yourself, but it is called getinbox0.com, and you can check it out. And this is your AI email assistant that actually works. You could watch this video and see how different it is from a service like Clean Email or SaneBox, and how this AI agent works with you telling it what to do and it processing email for you. So it is an email assistant that works like magic. This is one that I found. Pricing wise for this one, oh, with this one, I couldn't find a price. I couldn't find a price. It doesn't go anywhere, and you click on it. With affiliates, it was saying something like you can earn up to $190 on $200 on each sale, but I think that's a typo. I think it's $19 on each sale, and when they buy an annual plan, I'm not sure. But long story short, I haven't tried this one, but if I was going to try one first, it would definitely be Inbox Zero. You can get it at getinbox0.com, and I would definitely check this one out. I think this would be worth your time looking at if you're thinking about going the route of having AI be able to read your email and determine what to do with it based on the content in there and the prompt and instructions you give it. So with that, man, that's the one I think that people should definitely check out. And we will come back and do a follow-up show on AI agents and what they're doing at another time. But those are the resources that I have for you guys today. And I hope that you use this to save time with your email, save time in your managing your inbox, and make sure that you build a email list for your business. And that's what I got for you today.
Excellent, man. Yeah, I believe that folks between one of those tools, they're going to find something that will match up to their needs. It's good to have options. I like having multiple things to select from, so you're not locked into just one, not just one. So I'm looking to hear back. Like, let us know, for those who are watching, tuning in, either you're catching it live or catching the replay, or watching it somewhere. Maybe somebody referred the link to you on social media. Give us a comment. Let us know which option you preferred, how it's working for you. I mean, it's great to get some feedback from the audience to find out which one of these tools you like the best, and that way we know which ones we to keep referring to people. Like, hey, most of our guests and most of our clients, most of our audience like this one, so then that's the one we know that's the winner. So until then, Greg, do you have anything else you want to add, or we?
No, sir. Just make sure you guys listen. If you want more tips or your questions answered, hit us up at technologytuesday.com. Come join the group and let us know. We would love your feedback. And with that, guys, have a great week. Have a great weekend. And we will talk to you next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care.